Good morning, students. Welcome back. Today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is market analysis and pricing decision. So in this chapter we will be dealing with two areas. So the first one is regarding the market and the second one is regarding pricing. So without any delay, let us begin with the first part, that is market. In the last semester we had one subject called marketing, principles of marketing, and in that the first thing that we learned was what is a market. What is a market? If I ask this question to anyone, you would reply to me that it is a place where buyers and sellers meet and exchange of goods and services take place at a particular price, and along with that transfer of title and ownership also takes place. But now we are studying economics, apart MCBA, which is economics, and here in terms of economics, however, market does not necessarily mean a place. Okay, it need not be a place always. So we can say that market is an assemblage of conditions. Assemblage means arrangement. It is kind of an arrangement of different kinds of conditions where buyers and sellers meet, they contact with each other, they come in contact with each other, and then they try to sell their goods and services between each other. Okay, so that is what is written over here. So after the introduction, let's go to the definition of it. Market is an assemblage of conditions, that means arrangement of conditions in which buyers and sellers come in contact for the purpose of exchange. So the purpose is definitely exchange of goods and services, and for that buyers and sellers, they have to come in contact. But how? In a particular, in a arrangement. Okay, in a particular arrangement they will come in contact with each other. Now a market can be of different types on the basis of its structure. Okay, it can be of different types based on its structure. There are different kinds of market structure like perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly. Today what we are going to do is start with perfect competition. Perfect competition is a market where you will find lots of buyers and sellers coming in contact with each other. So that is one characteristic of a perfect competitive market, where you will find that many buyers and sellers are there. Then these buyers, these sellers, they sell homogeneous products. Homogeneous means products of similar kind. Okay, they sell similar kinds of product. And one more thing is this, that neither the buyer nor the seller has the ability to affect the price. No one has the ability to affect the price of the product. Why? Because there are as I said, there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market, and when there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market, a single seller or a single buyer cannot affect the decision of the entire market. Compared to the entire market, compared to the whole market, this individual seller or buyer is a very small entity. The market is big, and compared to that market, a single buyer or a single seller is nothing. So a single buyer or a single seller cannot affect the price of the market. Then another thing about perfect competition is this, that there are free entry and exit. Okay, there are no barriers, there are no restriction. Sellers can enter into this market, new firms can enter into this market and sell homogeneous products. Then the seller will always try to keep his marginal revenue equal to his marginal cost. He will never try to go beyond or below his marginal cost. Okay, he will always try to keep his marginal revenue. He'll sell till his marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Otherwise, he will try to incur loss. So that is what is written over there. And apart from this, we have to learn that the prices of the market, they are set by forces of demand and supply. In this market, a seller is a price taker. He takes the price. Whatever price exists in the market, he just follows that price. He cannot bring out his own price there. He has to abide by the prices that are prevailing, that are existing in the market. He cannot say that today, if the whole of the market is selling its product, let's say a pen in the market, suppose this pen, okay, this pen is sold at, let's say, 3 rupees in the market. And suppose I am one of the seller. Tomorrow, one morning, I cannot just wake up and say that today I'm going to sell this pen at, say, 5 rupees. Okay? Even if I try to sell it at 5 rupees, do you think people will come to me and buy? No. Why? Because there are other sellers who are there in the market. So buyers can always approach them to buy the product. So even if I increase this price, no one is going to, not going to be benefited in any way, because no one will come to me and buy it, because there are other sellers who are there in the market. So that is how it works. And one of the example of competitive market is this, that you can take an example of auction market, right? Whenever you see an auction where people gather together and take or make auctions and all, that is a kind of perfect competitive market. And one more thing is this, that because of all the conditions that are to be needed to form a competitive market, in reality, competitive markets are very rare. Perfectly competitive markets are very rare. Okay, we do not often see perfectly competitive market everywhere because of the conditions that it has set for itself. Then let's now look into the features of or characteristics of perfect competition. As I said, there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market, and no one has the ability to affect the price. There is no entry or exit barriers. Sellers, new firms can enter into the market at any point of time. There are perfect information. This is another important characteristic of perfect competitive market, that perfect information is there. The sellers and the buyers both are very well aware of the quality and the price of the product. So no one can cheat. Okay, neither can the seller cheat the buyer, nor can the buyer cheat the seller. So because there is a perfect knowledge about it, about the price and the quality of the product sold in the market. Next is that the kind of product that is sold in the market is homogeneous. So homogeneous product, that means of the similar kind. Next is profit maximization. As I said, that in the perfect competitive market, the seller will always try to sell his product at that level or till that level where his marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. So MC should be equal to MR. Okay, so till this point, the seller will try to sell his product, and as soon as his MR goes beyond beyond MC or below MC, okay, so, or if I say that the cost is, if I say in other words that if my cost increases more than what I am earning, then I will stop selling my product. Okay, if a seller who is operating in a perfectly competitive market sees that his marginal cost is going higher than his marginal revenue, then automatically he will stop selling his product. Till that point, he will sell his product. Why? Because he wants to earn maximum profit. Okay, so with this I leave you. Please go through the notes which I have given you. Go through it and please study these notes and be ready. Thank you.